At one of the meetings, to which a fairly large number of new people had been invited who had not heard G before, he was asked the question, "Is man immortal or not?" "I shall try to answer this question," said G, "but I warn you that this cannot be done fully enough with the material to be found in ordinary knowledge and in ordinary language. You ask whether man is immortal or not. I shall answer both yes and no. This question has many different sides to it. First of all, what does immortal mean? Are you speaking of absolute immortality, or do you admit different degrees? If, for instance, after the death of the body, something remains which lives for some time, preserving its consciousness, can this be called immortality or not? Or let us put this way. How long a period of such existence is necessary for it to be called immortality? Then, does this question include the possibility of a different immortality for different people? And there are still many other different questions. I'm saying this only in order to show how vague they are and how easily such words as immortality can lead to illusion. In actual fact, nothing is immortal. Even God is mortal. But there is a great difference between a man and God, of course. God is mortal in a different way to man. It would be much better if the word immortality, we substitute the words existence after death. Then I will answer that man has the possibility of existence after death. But possibility is one thing, and the realization of the possibility is quite a different thing. Let us now try to see what this possibility depends upon and what its realization means. Then G repeated briefly all that had been said before about the structure of man and the world. He drew the diagram of the ray of creation and the diagram of the four bodies of man. But in relation to the bodies of men, he introduced a detail which he had not before. He again used the Eastern comparison of man with a carriage, horse, driver, and master, and drew the diagram with one addition that was not there before. Man is a complex organization, he said, consisting of four parts which may be connected or unconnected or badly connected. The carriage is connected with the horse by shafts. The horse is connected with the driver by reins, and the driver is connected with the master by the master's voice. But the driver must hear and understand the master's voice. He must know how to drive, and the horse must be trained to obey the reins. As to the relation between the horse and the carriage, the horse must be properly harnessed. Thus, there are three connections between the four sections of this complex organization. If something is lacking in one of the connections, the organization cannot act as a single whole. The connections are therefore no less important than the actual bodies. Working on himself, man works simultaneously on the bodies and on the connections, but it is a different work. Work on oneself must begin with the driver. The driver is the mind. In order to be able to hear the master's voice, the driver, first of all, must not be asleep. That is, he must wake up. Then, it may prove that the master speaks a language that the driver does not understand. The driver must learn this language. When he has learned it, he will understand the master. But concurrently with this, he must learn to drive the horse, to harness it to the carriage, to feed and groom it, and to keep the carriage in order. Because what would be the use of his understanding the master if he is not in a position to do anything? The master tells him to go yonder, but he is unable to move because the horse has not been fed, it is not harnessed, and he does not know where the reins are. The horse is our emotions. The carriage is the body. The mind must learn to control the emotions. The emotions always pull the body after them. This is the order in which work on oneself must proceed. But observe again that work on the bodies, that is on the driver, the horse and the carriage, is one thing. And work on the connections, that is on the driver's understanding, which unites him to the master, on the reins, which connect him with the horse, and on the shafts and the harness, which connect the horse with the carriage, is quite another thing. It sometimes happens that the bodies are quite good and in order, but that the connections are not working. What then is the use of the whole organization? Just as in the case of undeveloped bodies, the whole organization is inevitably controlled from below, that is, not by the will of the master, but by accident. In a man with two bodies, the second body is active in relation to the physical body. This means that the consciousness in the astral body may have power over the physical body. G put a plus over the astral body and a minus over the physical. In a man with three bodies, the third or mental body is active in relation to the astral body and to the physical body. This means that the consciousness in the mental body has complete power over the astral body and over the physical body. G put a plus over the mental body and a minus over the astral and the physical bodies bracketed together. In a man with four bodies, the active body is the fourth. This means that the consciousness in the fourth body has complete power over the mental, the astral and the physical bodies. G put a plus over the fourth body and a minus over the other three bracketed together. As you see, he said, there exist four quite different situations. In one case, all the functions are controlled by the physical body. It is active. In relation to it, everything else is passive. In another case, the second body has power over the physical. In the third case, the mental body has power over the astral and the physical. And in the last case, the fourth body has power over the first three. We have seen before that in man of physical body only, exactly the same order of relationship is possible between his various functions. The physical functions may control feeling, thought, and consciousness. Feeling may control the physical functions. Thought may control the physical functions and feeling. And consciousness may control the physical functions, feeling, and thought. In men of 2, 3, and 4 bodies, the most active body also lives the longest. That is, it is immortal in relation to a lower body.